Hey, I need to tell you something. Something that's been haunting me since that night. I've been debating whether to share this, but I can't keep it to myself anymore. What I witnessed in that penthouse, it still gives me chills. It started when I got a mysterious text from an unknown number. An invitation to what they called the Ivory Club, supposedly the most exclusive nightclub in the city. The kind of place where even money can't buy your way in. You have to be chosen. The address led me to this towering skyscraper downtown. Not your typical club location. The security guard checked a list, nodded, and directed me to a private elevator. As I stepped in, I noticed there was only one button, PH, for penthouse. The elevator doors opened to reveal a world I never knew existed. Crystal chandeliers, marble floors, floor-to-ceiling windows overlooking the city lights. But something felt off. The air was thick with expensive cologne and secrets. The crowd was peculiar. Mostly older men, all wearing custom suits that probably cost more than my yearly salary. CEOs, politicians, figures I recognized from the news. They moved through the space like they owned it, which they probably did. At first it seemed like any high-end club, just more exclusive. But then the lights dimmed and the real show began. Young models, barely old enough to drink, paraded down a makeshift runway in lingerie that left little to the imagination. But this wasn't your typical fashion show. The way these men watched them, it was predatory. Their eyes followed every movement with an intensity that made my skin crawl. I overheard conversations that made me sick to my stomach. These weren't just wealthy men enjoying a night out. This was something much darker. The models' faces, they wore fake smiles, but their eyes told a different story. They looked trapped, like they were performing under duress. I noticed some of them trembling as they walked past certain men in the crowd. I tried to leave casually, but I caught the eye of one of the older men. He smiled at me, but it wasn't friendly, it was a warning. He knew I didn't belong there, that I had seen too much. I made it to the elevator, my heart pounding. As the doors closed, I caught one last glimpse of the scene. A young model being led away by one of the men, her face a mask of resignation. I've been looking into the Ivory Club since that night. There are whispers, rumors, but nothing concrete. These men are too powerful, too connected. The club doesn't exist on paper. No permits, no licenses, nothing. I'm sharing this now because people need to know, but I have to be careful. Since that night, I've noticed black cars parked outside my apartment. My phone makes strange clicking sounds during calls. I feel watched. If something happens to me, well, at least now you know. The Ivory Club exists, hidden in plain sight, where the wealthy and powerful indulge their darkest desires. A secret society operating above the law, above morality. Remember, some secrets are kept hidden not because they're precious, but because they're poisonous. And the higher up you go in this city, the darker the secrets become. I've said too much already. Just be careful who you trust. And if you ever receive an invitation to the Ivory Club, run.